stuff's in there, but
Yeah, but, yeah I think
I,
there's two others. Hey,
Wendy,
two other people.
I appreciate that sense of like, wait, this is content that's happening.
thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Hi, friends.
Hey everybody,
Hello.
thanks for joining us again for another session of the Hands of Death. Sorry, I said the whole thing. We'll get it. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. We've been gone for a month, but we are coming into the close, I think, of our campaign here in the next 3 or 4 sessions, I would say. Maybe. We'll see.
And
I'm
Whoa.
clothes fit.
yeah. I'm excited to see how it all ends. I think my players are as well. And thanks for being here with us. That being said, it's been a month, so let's get a reminder of where we were and where we've been so we can know where we're going. Steph, do you want to?
Excellent.
Stevie,
Excellent.
yeah.
Here we go. All right. Last time on Hands of Death, we were climbing the bookshelves to get to the top of the library because there was bodies on the ceiling, and they were kind of like stuck up there with some gunky gray stuff, and it was sticky, and we had like a whole like moment trying to get some guy down. I don't remember his name. I don't remember what he was about, but I do know that he was up there, and then we got him down by some sort of method. I didn't write any methods down that we used because the other two players did the work, and I just kind of stood there, which is great for Florence, I think.
They
So
were
we got him
great
down.
methods.
They were great methods. I'm sure they were. And and then we're like, hey, dude, that we just got down from the ceiling, go get help. And then we also left the building. We left like everyone else up there. I think there was like 20 more people. It's great. The city is in panic. There's a lot going on. We decide that Florence decides that Franny Beckett should throw a party, and we need Esther's art, so we should go find Franny and get her to throw a party. And then, wow, my notes feel out of order. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about Julie's fantasy Pilates. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So we decide, okay, we're like, we need to get Esther's art. So we go down to Esther's studio, and we're like, oh wow, Esther's studio is just crawling with guards. We need to figure out how to get in. But luckily, Felicity is like, oh yeah, there's a Pilates place next door, and there's a way to get into Esther's studio. And the Pilates place next door is Julie's Fantasy Pilates, and Julie is like maybe Esther's grandmother, maybe not, and is like kind of blind and is kind of just like in a rocking chair in the dark in the corner of her Pilates studio. People get really buff there by picking up rocks, and Felicity's like, we're gonna go distract the guards so we can get through. So Felicity throws a rock into another shop around the corner, which is, there's a lot of corners here, a vegan salami restaurant.
Yeah, the vegan meats. Yep.
And we get into the studio. There's a kid in the tunnel in the studio who's like, hey, I've been here forever. You can't get into Esther's studio because I'm protecting it. And so we like somehow bribed the kid. Does anyone remember how we did that?
I think you just told him that Esther would have wanted you to get through. Like,
oh, so good.
Yeah.
Emotions. We get into the studio. We find Enoch's staff. We make like a mobile of bottles of the staff, and then we also make a pedestal with a lion and the collar from
Rayla.
what's her face, Rayla, way back when.
Yep.
And then we have like some interpersonal drama where Lilith and Felicity kind of start to have it out, and Lilith is like, screw you, Felicity, I'm gonna turn you into a cat. And then Felicity slaps Lilith, and then Lilith attacks Felicity mentally, and it's like they fight, and Art's like crashing on the ground, and then it alerts some guards, and so Florence is like grabbing the new objects we made, and she's like, I'm out of here, bye. And we haul ass to Franny's. It was a really dramatic moment. Linda's at Franny's. We talked to Franny, and we're like, okay, Franny, you gotta help us out. We brought some really some scandalous artwork, if I do say so myself. It's very scandalous. The 15-foot high crate of the statue of Esther wearing the cloak is there, and we're like, Franny, we're gonna help you and give you this thing called the Rite of Routes if you promise to help us with this with getting all of the Verdanthian to this party that we're gonna have. And she agrees.
Yeah, the offer you made her was basically a way for her to hedge her bets, where it's like, look, if they come after you, we can get you out. Uh,
And then there was a
On-
note.
well, yeah, Franny also insisted that Florence or somebody do the dirty work of getting her to the afterlife because she doesn't want to kill anybody because that's rather distasteful.
True.
But she will
And
accept
flattering.
that. Anyway, so yes, there was a note.
There was a note that Felicity ate, and I don't know what the note said.
Yes, you're right. You don't. Does Felicity? That's important to remember.
Felicity, remember?
Yes, I do.
Where did you find the note again? It was the last scene.
Mm,
Was it just like on the ground or like flying through the air or something? I feel like we were walking away.
It like got attached to you somehow.
wait, actually, can
It-
you send me the note one more time?
It was stuck to your pants by the same Eruvian spider fluid that had stuck the people to the top of the library at Trondheim University.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's how it was stuck there. The note basically said something along the lines of, if you don't want to be a pawn anymore, if you want to be free, then go to the ritual, wait for the opportune moment, and follow my lead. That was pretty much it.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the ritual.
Yes.
We're going to a ritual tonight, folks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I think the party takes a few days because the ritual is going to happen in 2 days at night. So the party takes some time to like rest up, recuperate. And I'm wondering if people want to do any sort of prep or anything beforehand before they go. Now you've already seen the location, the Irmaz mansion, where Watson's ritual is set to take place. You don't know the nature of the ritual or what Watson plans to do there. You do know, however, that the Irmaz mansion is heavily guarded. It's also practically falling apart, and it's 3 stories tall. And the last time that Lily was there, she could sense this like tang in the air, this vibration in the air, like a metal taste on your tongue and like a humming all about you that told you that whatever veil exists between the current life and the afterlife was growing thin there for some reason. So those are the aspects that location has, which they're up in the top right, which you could roll to overcome or use a fate point to use if they become relevant. We also have a couple of aspects that were placed on you all from last time. Felicity is still suffering from the terror of death, which came when Lily openly terrified her by making a terrifying apparition appear in front of her face when she was disobedient. The nature of why that happened and what that thing was hasn't been revealed yet. Lily has a well-made disguise, as well as she's also taken possession of the living death mask that she accidentally made that was floating around the city until now. And she's also, watching out for anything suspicious. She has an eye for trouble, right? So she's like prepared. Florence is well schooled in spiritual subordination, so she understands the rites and routes and rituals that are used in what's happening between Lily and Felicity right now, where Lily is basically enslaving Felicity to her will. And Florence understands how that works and why it works, and what can be done to reverse it in some situations. And she's explained as much to Felicity and Lily, that you could use the rite of her purpose to move Felicity into a new body, at which point Lily would no longer be in control of her anymore. But there was some disagreement on exactly the particulars of how that would go down. And Florence has a boost, which is a well-organized catalog of afterlife facts, which just shows that the professor is good at keeping her research notes in order.
So handy.
So, yep.
We should do some preparations.
Yeah, with that in mind, is there anything folks want to do? If not, we can skip ahead. It's totally fine not to do prep. I'm just saying, if you had ideas.
No, we gotta. Okay, so let's say we're like at the Hands of Death headquarters and we're chatting.
Down in the mausoleum. Okay.
Yeah. Um. So. Okay. So the three of us are talking, and I'm like, what does my character voice sound like again? It's been so long.
It's been a while. I
It
think
sounds you're doing it. You're doing it.
yeah. Let's say you're all in that same meditation room with the cushions and such,
Mhm.
where Felicity sensed that odd presence last time, and Lily opened herself up and sensed there was a spirit in there, and then Felicity pounded on the wall and the spirit like disappeared. We'll say you're all in that same room again. If for nothing else to get away from the prying eyes and ears of Graham and Moses, because if I remember correctly, you have not informed the Hands of Death about the ritual and don't intend to. I could be wrong.
I think that's correct.
Okay. So yes.
Okay, so we have Watson's ritual is likely to be one of these. What are my rituals again? You know, I have the boost that says I have all my notes in order, but are they really?
I mean, that's
You
about
do
your
remember there's
character.
a
That's not
threat-
you.
There
Okay.
is a Google Doc.
Yeah, I haven't updated that thing in a while. I need to update
And
that.
I've never looked at it.
Yeah.
You are
So-
so powerful. They're all right there. Well, are they? I'm checking.
So we have the right of reconstruction, resilience, repurpose routes. Which one of these is Watson likely to be performing? Probably repurpose. Probably a combination, right? Probably repurpose.
What?
And resilience, trying to make more stronger soldiers, essentially.
Right, so the idea that he could be doing something in the Uramaz mentioned to reinforce the church guards, maybe.
Totally. That's thank you, voice in my head. That is definitely what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And to just so I feel like I am gonna explain to both of them how these rates work.
Sure, if you
Or-
want, actually, I think it'd be good to explain it for the audience, too. It's been a while.
It's been a while. Well, okay, I'm about to make some of these up. Okay, so I have the details for routes written down. I don't have.
Don't have the other ones? I'll read them off. So,
Okay.
first one is the Rite of the Rift, which allows one to see into the beyond. That lets one see into the afterlife. It sort of lets them, for a time, have the effect which Lily has all the time, right? So it would let you, normally, it would let you see ghosts if the world wasn't so messed up. You could see
Mhm.
ghosts with it. You could glance into the afterlife. You could take a peek at things that normal people weren't meant to see. The Rite of Reconstruction lets you reconstitute new matter from other pieces of organic matter. So if you got pieces of things, you can stitch them back together into something new or make something else entirely, right? This is how Ernie's body got created. Then we have the Rite of Resilience, which allows one to increase the structural integrity of a living being. So, like, you got weak bones, this thing makes your bones really strong. This is the same technique that you all used on Anna when you souped her up in this very mausoleum, and it's the same thing that helped her attack and assault the Verdanthi church. There is the Rite of Repurpose, which lets one transpose a spirit from one vessel to another. Very handy if you've made a crazy impressive body like Ernie has and you want to move your spirit into it. However, particular rules with this. The body that the spirit is going into has to not have a spirit in it already, at least as far as you all know. And the original body needs to let go of its spirit. So that probably means that the person has to die. In rare circumstances, maybe not. Maybe with an incredible amount of energy, one could rip a spirit out of somebody and shove it into something else, but that is difficult. And finally, we have the Rite of the Routes, which lets one not just see into the afterlife, but transpose themselves into it. And this is the rite that the Verdanthi used inside the basement, the hidden basement of Lily's former house, to transpose themselves into Death's realm to go and kill Death as revenge for Lily's death.
So,
And I visited that. That's where I went when I destroyed Catherine's essence, correct?
Interesting. Perhaps that's where you went. Yeah.
Okay.
It makes the
And
most.
hold on.
makes
We
the
did
it
have
makes
the
the most sense.
soldiers. We did have the soldiers going to Ernie's to like ransack the space as well. So that also just happened recently, which I'm curious if that has anything to do with the right of reconstitution. But I don't disagree with your original thoughts about it being like the resilience, or what was the other one you thought it might be?
Repurpose
Reconstruction.
or reconstruction.
repurpose, okay.
Yeah.
So if it's one of these two, and how the rituals are set up and what they require, we could just try and disrupt these rituals from happening. But I'm also thinking of if we have a rite of resilience, if we can make something stronger, is there an opposite? Is there something to make someone weaker?
Mm.
With these rites, they're more towards one god than the other. And I'm wondering if you, Lily, if you have you ever considered the idea of being able to take strength away?
I mean, it hasn't really come up in our studies, but it would be it would be useful.
So something I should point out here, just want to make sure it's apparent to people. These rites that we're talking about, they're lacunic rites. So these aren't the ways of death or the verdant. These are lacunic rites. They're rites of the struggle. What Florence is suggesting might actually be more on the death end.
That's the idea. Basically, I want to see how far your abilities go. What do you
I want to go to the afterlife.
want to go to the afterlife?
Excuse me?
It's just there's so much unknown right now, and when I was I went somewhere and I didn't quite understand what it was that I experienced, and yet I want to go back. I think it's best that we go into this ritual with as much information as possible. And I still don't understand everything that's going on in me. Maybe I should do the rite of routes.
We could do it. It would take some serious preparation.
It would also take bodies, or a lot of
And
organic
bodies.
matter, rather. It doesn't have to be specifically human bodies.
It could be herbs. It could be wood. It could be something. We have to make a doorway. We have to so Florence is just listing out all the things we need.
Also, remember, you discovered this rule. When you go to Death's Realm, you got to leave somebody there when you come back.
And if we send just you, then well,
Do the rules even apply to me? I mean, come on.
are you willing to risk that? These aren't Death's rules. These are Lacuna's rules. You don't know it.
But there's a connection, obviously.
There is. We also need to talk
I'm not
about
sure.
Felicity again.
Yeah, appreciate that.
It's supposed
Are
to be
you...
Yeah.
Are you just sitting up at a table and it's me and and
I
Lily?
think that maybe I think she's picking her teeth with a knife or something like that.
Who gave you a knife?
You did?
So what'll it be, Lilith? Will it be, I don't know, a rat maybe? I could be a rat companion, or
Okay. You know what? Listen. I'm sorry. I overstepped.
you did overstep.
But you're still dedicated to the cause, right?
What are you talking about? I have never been dedicated to your cause. Ugh. Whatever. Let's just do what it takes to interrupt this ritual or do this ritual or get ready for it. Anything that gets me closer to being away from you.
Or we find a body to repurpose your soul, give you what you've so longed for, but we make sure it's tactical. You do us this favor, you help us, complete our mission. There's a chance we could have a win-win here. What do you say? I mean,
Well,
we could
it's
try
good
the ritual.
to know that I am indentured. Fantastic. My situation has improved dramatically, and fine. I don't know. Maybe we do find a body. I will consider it. Okay? Like, I'll think about it.
Felicity, if we find a body, we would need to do it quickly. Do you want your sorry, what's the word? Anonymity? Is that and do you want your do you want your
Autonomy?
Autonomy?
autonomy? Thank you.
Of course I want that. It's just... Have you ever left behind your own body? I like my body.
And you understand it's not an option, right?
So you say.
You also understand you're alive because of me. I did you a
Yes,
favor.
yes, we've been over this. Thank you. Appreciate it, Lilith. Okay, what else do we need to figure out in order to get to this ritual?
I think you don't
Why
want a
are you-
body. I think you
Yeah,
want to
why-
stay like this.
What's going on? I mean, you've changed your tune. What is this all about? I mean, I'm saying let's find you a body that is particularly stealthy or strong. I mean, I'm willing to work with you. I think we can find common ground here.
And I'm saying we should just get to the ritual. That's all. It's fine. Let's just go forward. If we find an opening, great.
I'd like to roll for empathy.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's call empathy v deceive, Felicity.
Am I deceiving?
I mean, you're definitely
guarded.
yeah. I think you're definitely keeping something from them.
Yeah, alright. Sounds good.
Yeesh.
Oh, it says average and poor now.
Yeah, yeah. The update's pretty sweet. Yeah, so we got good and fantastic. Wow, that was a hot roll, Wendy. Anybody
Yeah.
anybody feeling some fate points?
Let's see here. On Twitch, did you put the game up? Just a thing.
I didn't.
Um,
Thanks. Sorry, I'm busy doing
We've
stuff
been
in the
lighting that
background.
lantern for a long time.
Oh well, there it is. All right.
Alright. I'm about to do something, and y'all just need to be quiet about it, alright? Do you understand?
Oh my god.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna reroll.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Wow.
Well.
I'm ready for this,
No,
not
I
worse.
I don't want to hear it.
That's fine. I understand.
How do I do this?
You just got to click your fate actions. So underneath your roll, you'll see fate point actions, and just
Yeah,
click
I
the
see 'em.
reroll with a fate point button.
I don't see a reroll option, but
You should.
public rolls. Oh, fate. Oh, reroll. And is it just roll or is it?
It's in the chat log itself. Underneath fate point actions, it'll have like a little icon that's like 2 dice, and you can click it to reroll. Do you see that?
I don't think
Tried
so.
to re-roll, but literally couldn't.
Okay, I-
Literally.
It's probably has to do with permissions. Okay, go ahead and just reroll again off your sheet,
Okay.
and then take that fate point away.
Oh wait, that didn't. Oh, right. Okay. Right. Deceive. Taking away the fate point.
Oh. Oh. I don't.
Wow.
I'm angry. Happy
You know,
Saturday.
I feel like I deserve that.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, sure, whatever. All right.
Yeah. So,
By
Wendy.
the way, I tagged bound to a child. Actually, hold on. No, I think I tagged I just want to be normal.
Yeah. Yeah. Wendy. Sorry, Lily. Something's off. Like, Felicity is trying to end this conversation. She's obviously not interested in the ritual, which is really odd because she was interested before. She's obviously hiding something. You just don't know what.
You know, I really think we should get you a body.
Listen,
Let's do that.
I said
That's a priority.
yes, I said great. If we find something that works, great. Let's do it, okay? Jeez, the one time I tried to do what you wanted me to do for the mission, for the cause, you're all weird about it, okay? I don't get you, okay? Let's just keep an eye out. Let's go. I'm ready.
Do you have any requests for a physical form?
I don't know, something like mine, I guess. It's or different.
Or different? Like it, but different?
Yeah, what would your requirements be for a different body?
Probably younger.
There's a thing here that I think people aren't realizing. Just a reminder, there can't be a spirit in the current body. So, like,
Yeah.
if you're talking about putting Felicity in a human, well, you know, maybe these things tend to resolve themselves. We'll see.
Florence is like super clear that this would mean killing someone. I don't know if Felicity's clear.
She may or may not be.
Cool.
I mean, there's lots of guards. Would you be interested in that?
I don't know. Just
I will go out and get you a guard right now. I'm
no, don't just go killing people.
Color hair do you like?
I'm not having this conversation right now. We'll deal with this when we find something that's suitable.
What is suitable though?
I don't know. I'll know it when I see it. It's a new body. I don't know who I'm going to be. Okay, I'm not gonna hunt someone down. You both realize that sucks, right?
It's
I
true.
mean, we're at war. People are dying.
Ah, I do love it when the ends justify the means. Great, great. Good to know this is one of the goddesses I've heard so much about that handles all of fate, just ends justifying the means. Very good. Are we done here? Can we go?
No, we can't go. We have other things to talk about
Ugh.
and to prepare. How are we going to approach the mansion?
Well, I mean, I was really into that cat idea for a moment, but I do still have some of that acid.
Yep,
The
you still
acid.
have some of Veroni's acid. He also told you, I'll remind you, about the basement servant entrance, but you would still have to get past the guards surrounding the thing.
I'm thinking, can we make a smoke bomb? Can we make...
Or, sorry, delivery entrance.
I'll whip anything
We-
up. Yeah.
Yeah, we could probably use some, like, something to make the guards sleep would be nice. We could try going for a distraction. We can... not quite as good as Esther's, of course, but we could do more disguises. I mean, your disguise is always looking good, Lilith, because you are having the most amazing death mask I've ever seen in my existence. But
Yes,
we could
I
also
definitely. I will be disguised as a guard, so we can use that to our advantage. Although I think he was kind of a mid-range officer, if I'm being honest. So there's only so much control I can do without violence.
true.
Perhaps I sneak in and I do love a smoke bomb.
Okay, I think you should make a smoke bomb. I think you should make a couple like poison dart things for your bow. I feel like you should be making
Yeah,
all
I'm
sorts
in
of
the
things like
corner
this.
already, like grabbing all my junk.
Cool. Let's get it going.
My turn.
So the smoke bomb, let's start with that. That's going to be a crafts roll of difficulty 2. Go ahead and roll. We'll create an advantage, and then we can roll that forward into the ensuing stealth roll. Okay, so that is a meet. So that just gets you a boost in that regard.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, it'll be used once, and then it'll go away.
I also think we need to arm Felicity. Felicity, what sort of weapons do you prefer?
Oh, this will be fine. And she flips the dagger once and just sort of puts it into her pocket. Like, or not pocket. She like shoves it into her belt.
Okay, that's good for attacking. Now, what about defense? I feel like you need something.
I'm
And
fast. No, I'm fine. I'm fast.
you're fast, but there's a lot of guards, and I think this would be to your advantage if you had some kind of protection. Not that your dress doesn't look incredible, but something.
I think Felicity wears pants.
Oh, do you?
Oh yeah.
That's what I've been saying. But
Excellent. You've got
Felicity
pants.
definitely likes being able to.
Not
like,
that your
do
outfit
high
doesn't look
kicks.
incredible, and
Fast
you're ready for
pants.
adventure, but you need some sort of. Gotta give you a boost of some sort.
All right. GM, can I roll to put on a pair of really good stretchy pants that are good when I need to like get a move on?
you can just do that. There's no need to roll.
No, but I want to make an advantage.
I know. There's no need to roll. No. Oh, it just erases it. Oh no, it doesn't. It just makes it look weird. Let's look. How about here's the thing. I don't think that makes fictional sense, right? It's like having a nice pair of stretchy pants, like great, but that doesn't necessarily make you quicker, right?
Yeah.
But think of my range of motion.
Yeah, it's good, but it's not enough to like give you a full-blown advantage. Like, you know,
How about I treat the bottom of your shoes with something?
Absolutely not. No, Felicity's not gonna let Lilith anywhere nearby unless it is forced upon her. And so, how about this? Can I do a bunch of push-ups?
That's also okay. So like, think about this. What are you asking for? You're asking for like prep to be better at athletics, right?
Yeah.
How does doing a bunch of push-ups like that would make you tired, if anything, right?
I'll be stronger.
It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that.
Working out works.
Okay. The shoes is kind of a good direction to head in. So like, you don't have to trust Lily to treat your shoes, but maybe there's something you could add to your shoes that would make them more resilient, sturdier, like able to get better traction.
Can I throw an idea out?
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Oh, please.
I feel like the mausoleum probably has like a storeroom of like cool shit, and I feel like Felicity would be the kind of person just to like snoop around a little bit and find something.
I'm envisioning the scene from Devil Wears Prada,
What? Which scene?
where that one guy that we all love, the bald one, he brings
Stanley
Anne
Tucci.
Hathaway. Yes, thank you. They go in to the storeroom, and then he's like, "Try this on, sweetie," and then she walks out like a different person.
Oh, God, hair down, glasses off.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The coolest
So-
boots you've ever seen.
Look, there is an equipment room in the mausoleum. Like, there is a side room that used to be used for preparing services that the hands have repurposed into an equipment room. But what's in there right now are a number of dark black heavy rain cloaks that the hands will use when they're doing missions outside in the rain. Okay, sure. Tell you what, there is one pretty good suit of like fully prepped armor that's like made specifically for infiltration missions. I think it's sized for Jude, but you could probably, yeah, you could make that work.
Okay,
So it,
okay, listen, I'm down to do that, but one question before. Are there like, I don't know, is there like a rack of like contacts, like for really good eyesight?
contacts?
Yeah, like fantasy contacts.
Yeah.
You heard of fantasy Pilates?
No, there's not.
Ah, damn.
But
Okay, all
but
right.
the suit of armor I mentioned does have like a ton of pockets and like bandoliers stitched into it for putting different things into it. So you
Such
could
as
carry a
prison.
lot of trinkets and odds and ends for sure.
All right. Great. Do I need to, I don't know, roll or do I?
No, I'm going to create an aspect with no advantages, and I'm just going to call it really good armor, and then you can call on this with a fate point if you need to use it.
Okay.
Are you rummaging through that room right now?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I've somehow dragged you along.
I mean,
I'd
it's
like a private. I'd like a private conversation with Florence.
I mean, we can say that the storage room is within the range of the tether, so Felicity can be in there rooting about.
You're looking for contacts.
Yeah.
My left eye doesn't see as good as it used to.
I have an idea, Florence.
Oh,
I think they're having bodies delivered into the house. Are they not?
oh, they must.
Why don't I deliver a body? Or both bodies. I mean, I can dress up as, a guard. They'd think nothing of it. They'll let me right past. I don't know how I could get you through, but Felicity, I could make her play dead. I just don't think she's going to go for it. And I think maybe we should just do it anyway. What do you say?
This is a great idea. However, I think building trust with Felicity is really important. She already doesn't trust you. She already is keeping you at such a distance.
She's acting very suspicious.
She's acting weird. And I think if you pull a stunt like this, it'll be unforgivable. You have to get her to agree.
Okay. Hey, Felicity.
What?
I look over. Can there be like a large duffel bag or something on the side?
Yeah, sure.
I'm stroking it awkwardly.
There's a large leather bag.
That you're stroking awkwardly. Yes. Okay. Cool.
How would you feel about me sneaking you in to the house with me? I guard up and I can deliver you inside. I think it would be a foolproof plan.
Huh? Aren't we all sneaking in already? Isn't that basically what we're doing?
I'll be the guard and we can just walk on through. I'll just carry you in like you're like a dead person.
Like a dead person.
Yeah, just playing dead for just a few minutes. You won't actually be dead. We need you alive. I need you alive.
And let me just be certain about this. You're not trying to simply kill me, are you? This sounds like a great
Absolutely
way for
not.
you to just sort of let me go outside your tether and, I don't know, die?
No. That's not what this is. I promise.
I do just want to point out as well, I think the party would be aware that if you're trying to fool the guards, Felicity is actually probably the one who should be doing the talking. Just that's on everybody's minds.
How so? I don't understand.
I'm super good at lying. Despite what my rolling may suggest. um,
I mean, we could have it as a backup plan. If you're really not comfortable, I I res- I respect your wishes.
wow, Lilith, for a second there, aside from all the coughing and the obvious strain that had on your voice, that was almost a nice way to end that thought.
I just turn around and walk away ever so slightly so she can feel the tether.
Oh, wow.
Just ever so
I'm so
slightly.
impressed with you.
Take a fate point if you can. If you're not at max, that definitely plays into your trouble. It's hard enough being a teenager.
I mean, can I have 6 or
no,
I
no,
have to stay at 5?
you have to stay at 5. Yeah. So, oh wait,
Shucks.
shoot, hold on, let me see.
Give me the power, please.
You can. Yep. No, you can. You can go above. It's just your refresh goes back. Yeah.
Ruh-roh.
Fuck. I guess I cry out in pain.
No. I didn't
No.
go that far. Just
I don't know.
enough to
Is it
you're being
GM?
dramatic.
Is
Then
it
you're
like a
being
thing that you can ease into? Is it like it's just a little painful now?
Yes.
It's not that it's not really painful really if you're just because you're just walking far enough to wait to tug on the tether, right? So all it really feels like is like you get pulled along. So it's like jarring. It's not painful.
Okay, all right. I guess I'm tugged along, and well, I don't know. You might see me frowning at you.
I don't, because I'm not looking.
Oh shit.
Okay. So with that in mind, any more prep we want to do, or are we cutting to the scene?
I only made
okay.
1 smoke bomb, so I'd like to craft my other stuff.
Okay. Yeah, poison arrows. Crafts difficulty of 3 for those. No.
What the hell, man?
Good thing you have an extra fate point to use immediately.
Okay, fine. Oh, I don't know what difficulty it was.
A 3.
Yeah, okay.
Little fate point spent. Little +2.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll I'll tag, because I'm in a spicy mood right now. It's hard enough being a teenager, so I might as well have some good arrows.
Okay. Sure. I mean, what? Yeah. That let's tag. Oh gosh.
I broke the thing. I can't touch any buttons.
Okay. So that's
I
still a
broke
bug. I mean, let's take herbologist apprentice. But yes, yeah. I'll add that aspect. Okay. Poisoned arrows.
Which now I'm motivated to get some long range fighting in. I don't know how I'll get long range in a house, but
I believe in us.
I'll figure it out.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna just clear the log and see if that fixes it. Let's see what happens then.
My
Okay.
history.
No. All right.
Okay, do we want to go on this idea of Felicity leading the way through the gates? We have a way to break in through the fence because we have acid, but there's so many guards. So like the smoke bomb should be a pretty effective method. I'm
I
just
think we should
wondering
take Ernie's route.
what our Yeah,
I
but we
agree.
still have to get through the fence to get into the basement.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It is a delivery entrance that is at the back of the manse, but there's still a gate and guards around the outside.
So
So what's our gameplay?
Talking outside of character for a sec, I think the delivering as a body idea is fine, except of course the problem with that is how do we get Florence in?
I could deliver 2 bodies.
on a fruit cart.
on a fruit cart.
Just to be clear, it's not a cart, right? It's shoot, what's the thing? Oh fuck, my brain. Oh no, this is happening more and more as I get older.
I
The
know, I hate
thing
it.
you put the stuff in. It has a one wheel.
A wheelbarrow?
Yeah.
It could be either. It's up to you, folks. Acquiring a wheelbarrow or a cart is not that hard.
Great.
A fruit
let's
cart
do
is
that.
canon.
A fruit cart is canon.
And I love it.
So in that case, I can make Felicity act dead, but Florence, I think just logically, I'm gonna have to make a potion and drug you temporarily. What do you say?
Sounds good to me.
See, Felicity, now the idea doesn't seem so bad after all. You're getting the lesser of two.
But we could also let Felicity be the one talking to us. Or talking to the guards.
And deliver us in?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, why not?
Why not?
Oh, is it so terrible that you'll be the one taking a drug? Oh no. Sure, I'll do it. It's fine. I've gotten myself into places before.
Are you gonna have a disguise?
Is
It's
Felicity
just they're not gonna
known?
let.
Not
I forget.
particularly. There's been one incident where you ran into some people at Esther's shop, where some guards might recognize you, but you're not a known accomplice of this gang yet.
Yeah, okay, in that case, no, it's fine. No one knows who I am.
The issue here is you're gonna have to sell why you, not in guard uniform, is delivering these two bodies. And like you could sell it, you think you could probably sell it, it's just gonna be tougher without a disguise.
Correct me if I'm wrong, that thing that you have, Lilith, that's like a mask, right?
It is a death mask. I guess I could lend it to you as a sign of good faith.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, hand it over here. Let me look at that.
It peels off of your face, Lilith, as you take it
Oh,
off.
I wasn't wearing it.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
Wasn't
yeah.
I? Well.
But if you were wearing it, it would be gross.
No. I'm just saying it just peels off of your face. I think you were wearing it because like you've been using it frequently, and it frankly doesn't want to leave. You peel it off of your face, and you feel it wriggling under your grasp. You could all see it. It's like this saggy bit of skin that just kind of hangs there with two eye holes and a mouth hole, and then you hand it across, Lilith, and Felicity, it like pulls back and recoils from your touch. But you could wear it.
Yeah, sure, whatever. And I think Felicity just like puts it on really
Okay.
quickly.
It slips over your face and conforms itself to fit like a glove. You feel it molding yourself against your skin. It feels weird. Felicity's never worn a death mask before, but wearing this one in particular is a more uncomfortable experience because every now and then you can feel the thing squirm a bit while it's on your face. Despite that, it does stay in place.
We have a problem. I don't know if this is a good idea. I'm standing there as myself and like hold out my arms.
Question, GM, like, do guards have any kind of like identification something?
Like
anyway,
like a guard card?
yeah, like a guard card.
Or like a badge or something. There is a pin with the symbol of the Verdanthi Church that's on all of their lapels.
Okay, I would like to make one of those with my forger stunt.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. We can do that. Let me check here.
It makes one free invoke.
VA Deceive that automatically works once. Great. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Let's go ahead and make the forgery first. So that's going to be a difficulty of 2, I think. You rolled deceive there. We'll take the roll, but that's
Is that Is that not what it is?
No, you want to roll crafts to make the thing, but that's fine.
Oh.
But Ria Deceive, that it can automatically works once. Or maybe, oh, if that's not how you intended it to work. Well, whatever. It worked either way. Okay, so I will add that in. Yeah, so this will auto work once, which is nice. One auto. So the one auto here means, so I'm giving you 2 because the success nets you a usage of it for free, a free invoke, but the additional one is from your stunt, and that automatically works the first time you invoke it in a test.
Nice.
Yeah, so like it's you like the time to like rot the metal together and like arrange that would take too much time. So I think what you do instead is that you find some like rather shiny pieces of like candle candle accoutrement underneath here that like are attached to a couple of the candlesticks around, and then like twist those off and twist and bend them into an assumed shape of the guard pin.
Fancy. See, it should work just fine.
Looks great. All right, give me that potion. Let's get to it.
Wait. They're gonna know it's me. Are we delivering me?
Oh yeah. That was Stephanie. I forgot. We should.
Well,
We
that's
should-
actually already solved because you have a well-made disguise with your invoke.
Yeah.
So you can dress as somebody else.
Oh,
That was made before you
Yeah.
acquired the death mask, and you can just put it back on.
I forgot.
I love it.
This is what it feels like to be a helpful party member.
So strange.
Esther was super helpful. Anyway, okay, so there's a bang that comes from upstairs as the door to the mausoleum is like shoved open. You all heard the grinding of like the secret entrance opening, and then a bang as the door behind the secret entrance is shoved open, and you see Moses and Uli walking in. And between them, they are carrying the body of one of Marith's soldiers, dressed in full armor, everything. You can see the man has a dagger buried halfway into his throat. And they're just like dragging this body into the mausoleum, and they both turn and look at you. Evening,
There.
Moses says, and just like keeps carrying the body in. Julio like nods to
have-
the both of you.
I have the biggest grin on my face. Hi, excuse me. Who's that?
Moses looks
I
down
walk
at
towards them.
Moses looks down at the body and he says, "A poor sod who got in our way. Now he's going to be more useful to us than he ever would be alive."
How so?
He bites his lip. "There's things we can do with the right materials."
Does Florence know what these things are?
No.
No.
Ugh.
Too busy.
This is like this is part of like the rumors, part and parcel of the rumors you heard from being in the hands of death for years, Florence, is that like there were rumors that they could use dead bodies to do things, but it was never fully confirmed. It might be a little bit more confirmed now.
I need to be transparent with you. For the good of our cause, which is one and the same, I really could use that. If you don't mind.
Moses looks down at the man. He said, "When we finish with it, I'd be happy to lend it to you, but it's going to take some time to get it together."
What does that mean?
The process, it takes a while. We're preparing for the assault on Marith in particular.
Let's leave them to it.
They both drag the body off down to another side of the mausoleum. There's a slamming of a door as they both disappear.
I don't know what they're planning, but whatever it is will probably be helpful. We should continue.
I'm severely disappointed.
You could go after if you really want to, but
It'd be
the
nice
clock's
if you
ticking.
didn't, though.
And why is that?
I don't want to see you do whatever creepy bullshit you're gonna do to a dead body. Yuck.
That one wasn't
So-
to your liking? He looked
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
stout
You didn't
and
want that
healthy.
one. That's not one you wanted.
It was a body in a suit of armor. Do you
Okay,
two not understand how weird it is to choose another body?
I understand it's weird, and we're trying to help you. I'm just gonna mark down his features and say not this. We'll
Was
keep
a
looking.
man.
Okay, so you want a woman? A them?
I just
Not that big? Smaller.
let's go.
Smash cut. 2 days later. It's a dark and stormy night. Lightning peals through the air. Rain pours from the sky down onto the choked streets of Chandla. Paranoid groups of people huddle in alleyways and cloisters, praying that Marif's soldiers don't find them and use them for the tithe next. Marif's soldiers are freely walking the streets now. They've occupied most of the city. It's a time of terror, but the three of you are hidden in an alleyway just outside of the Urmaz mansion. You can see its high steepled roofs, its 3 stories rising ominously above the city of Chandla. You can hear the clatter of carts and horses on the roads behind you, and you can see the wrought iron gates and the wrought iron gates and the patrol of guards that's marching around the place, keeping an eye on it. Every now and then an urchin or somebody will come up and beg the guards for a coin, and the guard will just laugh at them and then just like push them over into the road, and they'll like laugh as the urchin like scrabbles to their feet and then runs off.
Nice.
You have a cart with you for the aforementioned dead bodies, and you're ready to go.
Okay.
I laid down on the cart.
Okay.
In my
Knock back
well-made
a potion.
disguise, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see how well this potion went, if you're going to use that to try to put Florence out.
So do you want me to roll or Lily?
No. I want Lily to roll. Give me a crafts roll of difficulty 4. Okay.
I'll bump it up.
All right. Spin that fate point. Try clicking the button now. See what happens.
Is it the plus sign?
Yeah, it's the plus sign under the fate point actions. Hey! All right.
Hey.
Cool. That auto spins your fate point too, so you should be at 4 now, which you are. Great. Okay. So, great. Florence, you have this little tiny vial in your hand with a purplish liquid. I'm assuming you drink it.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you do, you feel your heart rate slow down to a crawl, and you start to feel very tired. You close your eyes and rest your head against the hard wood of the cart. You can hear the rain falling around you. Lily, you lay down as well, fully in your own disguise, and the infiltration begins.
I mean, shouldn't I also be drugged?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, we'll say you didn't succeed with style. We'll say the 2 of you are fully drugged. So yeah, you both like
Kind of benevolent GM.
you both share half of it. I hate that phrase. Okay. So Felicity, drive me. Where are we going?
All right, I hop into the
Wait,
seat. I
bef-
turn on the engine.
As I drink
It's a wooden cart. All right, yeah.
as I drink my sip of, I look at Felicity deeply. I'm trusting you. And then I lay down. Now you can go.
Felicity is deeply moved by this. I don't think that's true. And I walk forward, like hauling them. It's probably kind of heavy, but I think Felicity trundles them along. And
So
I think waves at a guard as I approach.
Okay, sounds good. Yep. Okay, so you wave at a guard. The guard like turns to look, sees you have a cart, and he like gives a suspicious squint underneath his mask, and then he walks up to you, his armor clanking as he goes. Something I can help you with?
Last minute request. Just delivering these inside.
He narrows his eyes, glances over, sees them, and goes, "Oh, geez, don't come out in the street. Go around the back."
Sorry, I was just put on this shift. Where is that in the back?
There's a gate around the back. Here, I'll show you. Just come with me. And he walks you around to the back of the Urmaz mansion. So he trundles you down a street, and then he actually takes you through a left-hand turn into a garden that has like a public garden that has like a fountain in the middle of it and a bunch of like flowers and stuff growing out around by the Urmaz mansion. He rolls the cart through there. He's like helping you pull it, and he says, "Geez, how'd you get stuck on this detail? Like who put you on it?" Felicity, you know enough about how people talk to know that he's probing for something. This is a test.
Well, I pissed off my captain, and I'm kind of in the shitter.
Gives like a slight cock of his head, and he says, "You pissed off your captain."
Mm-hmm. How'd you get this shift?
Watson. He stops for a second. Then you can see this like faint grin from underneath his mask, as like the mask like tugs up a bit. I get it.
Yeah.
What's your captain's name?
Let's see. Why would I invoke someone's name like this? Oh, that was such a rookie mistake. Let's see here. Wow. Maybe I'm not good at lying. Fuck.
I think you are. You could. I mean, you don't have to come up with the answer yourself. You could have your character roll deceive. But if you had a good idea, I would lower the difficulty.
I don't have a good answer. Fuck.
Igor.
My captain's
Sure.
name is a stick in your eye.
Yeah. Igor, and I thump one of the corpses.
All right, Igor. He turns. Go ahead and roll deceive for me. Difficulty 4. Nice. Got it. Okay. So he looks at you and he says, "Igor." "Oh, Igo. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That new guy from down south.
Oh yes, Igo. Yeah.
I never know how to
Still
say his
working
name.
on that.
I never know how to say his name right." And Felicity, you know he's still pronouncing it wrong. It should be Yago, but he just doesn't understand. So you're trundling along. He gets you through the garden, around to the back of the house, and there is a secondary gate back there where there's a couple of guards standing. This secondary gate, it runs off. There's like a road that goes up a long hill on the back side of the house. That's like in one of the more like quieter parts of Chandla, and then it runs off into like the road that leads up to the mansion. That's pretty cordoned off from the rest of the city. Like there's buildings on either side of it that are pretty high. Excuse me. And you trundle the cart around there and into the entrance as the guards unlock the gate for you. You notice that the guard you were traveling with gives like a little hand sign to two of the guards as you walk past, and they walk with you and lead you over to a ramp, a cement ramp that lowers down into the lower part of the manse, where there's a heavy set of wooden doors right there. And they walk down to those doors and they crack them open, and they give a loud creak as they open them up. And you can see a dark, damp, dirt-filled hallway beyond, like not a house hallway, like just like an open kind of a cavern underneath the house itself.
Spooky. And it's just in here?
Right through there, one of the guards says. Give me an empathy roll.
Yeah. Yeah, I will.
Ooh. Gotta be to 1 if you want to know.
Let's see here. Sure. I'm gonna use make a boost for this. Blah blah blah. No, not really. Yeah, I'm gonna add +2 with lucky to a fault. As in, there's something about me being weirdly, poorly lucky that helps me recognize whatever's going on in there.
Cool.
In his mind.
Got it. Yep. What you notice as you're like about to trundle the bodies in is that one of the guards eagerly reaches down and like puts a hand around his billy club. And you notice then that the other 2 guards, like the one who was leading you down here originally and the one who helped open the doors, also have their hands on their clubs. And in that moment, in a flash of realization, you understand the captain, the supposed captain that sent you onto this detail, meant to send 3 bodies instead of 2. At least that's what these guards think.
Oh no. Wow, I really engineered my own shitty scenario, didn't I?
I really did.
Wow. Okay.
They won't attack yet. They'll wait until you're off the street. But you know it's coming once you're inside the doors.
Yeah, how long does our potion last for?
It lasts as long as dramatically appropriate. I'm gonna say like a loud noise could wake the both of you up, or Felicity could like, slap the both of you awake. It's specifically designed so you can come back.
Let's see here. Well, I think by noticing this, yes, I'm going to. Okay, all right. I say, okay, well, I guess I'll just take it from here. I go. I think it's Iago. Said I have to go talk to Watson after this. So,
What? One of the guards says. What do you mean?
Oh, he just said that I'm to report directly to Watson. I have a letter for him.
The guards look at each other kind of nervously. What does it say?
You think I'm going to read Watson's letters? Ugh.
Give me a deceive with a difficulty of 1.
Wow.
Okay. Definitely a succeed with style.
Legendary.
Very good lie. They look at each other and one of them says, okay. You can see the gears turning in this guard's head. You know he wanted to say, give me the letter, I'll take it to him, you can deal with the bodies. But for some reason, he doesn't say that. Probably because he's worried that whatever's going on between Iago and Watson, there were specific instructions given for you to deliver the letter. His paranoia is in full swing. So he doesn't say that. Instead, what he says is, yeah, go ahead. Look, we'll take care of the bodies. And you go talk to Watson. He's on the top floor, the attic. In the attic.
No, please, no, don't, no, please don't. Iago specifically said that I have to make sure the bodies get there. I have to watch the bodies get there. Like, please, I just don't want to. I'm in a bad place, okay? Just do me a favor.
Watch the what do you?
You told me to specifically get them there myself.
They're like looking at each other. Okay, fine. How are you going to carry them up the stairs?
My arms. What?
They like shrug. They say, "All right, hey, less work for us," and they like gesture you in.
Okay.
You trundle the
Sorry.
cart. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I trundle the cart.
You trundle the cart inward into the dirt-filled corridor, the two guards shutting the door behind you, not following you, staying outside of patrol where they belong. Inside this darkened room, you can see every now and then there are faint lamps with a ghostly greenish light that glow ominously in this like long dirt hallway that has like wooden struts built up to support it. That runs along the underground part of the manse itself. The house is a lot bigger than you thought it was. Like, it looks big from the street, but you're realizing now there could be a whole sprawling network of tunnels underneath here, like that the Urmazes has been digging out for years for some reason. Maybe it's not that big. Maybe it is. In the current moment, you're not really sure. But you're rolling the cart along for a little bit until you eventually come out of that hallway into a main open room. And the first thing that hits your nose when you're down here is the smell. This room is grotesque to look at. There are a number of bodies. There's more than you want to take time to count. Down here, left to rot, unburied. You can hear like the buzzing of flies going on. Nobody cared to, you don't know how they got in, but they did. You can hear like the buzzing of flies. You can smell the stink of death coming through it. It's so pungent, in fact, that it wakes both Florence and Lily up.
Oh, wait, no, I wanted to do a thing.
Oh yeah, go ahead. You do a thing first. Yeah.
All right, I roughly shake Florence's shoulders and I flick Lilith in the face.
All right.
Rude.
You both like come out of your semi-comas.
Mm-hmm.
And,
We're still like in the bags, right?
Yeah.
well, I've opened the bags. And I say, look, that's what trust gets you. Now, get up. This place sucks.
That's gross.
It does
Nice work.
indeed suck. All manner of human bodies are strewn around here. Men and women stacked on top of each other, just discarded.
And non-binary people.
Sorry,
there are
and-
dead non-binary people.
yep,
Lots
and-
of dead transgender people.
Yeah, yes, there are. Yes, there are a lot of dead non-binary people. Thank you for
All right.
reminding me. I
That's
just
equality, baby.
I just didn't want to say those words. All right, yeah. So outside of this room, there's another hallway. There's another like dirt passage that leads off around a corner, and then there is a set of wooden stairs that leads up to a higher part of the house, where you would guess. Felicity, you can deduce from what the guard said that whatever ritual is taking place in the attic. So what these bodies are, you're not sure.
Great. Also,
Sorry,
can I-
what floor are we on? Oh wait, I'm in character. Hey, what floor are we on?
We're in like some kind of cave network under the mansion.
Okay.
The,
Oh, it stinks.
yeah, we have to get to the attic somehow.
Lilith, do you notice any ghosts around? There's got to be. Look at all these.
Well, there is a thin veil here. Lilith, you should be able to tell if there's ghosts. I mean, yeah, there should be some. Not every single one could have been caught by nearby rods that are on top of the buildings, but strangely enough, no ghosts. No spirits at all. It's devoid of it. Well, okay, I should be fair. Go ahead and give me an empathy roll with difficulty. Actually, yeah, go ahead and just give me an empathy roll. Ooh, that's pretty good. All right, give me a sec. I gotta roll a couple of things.
Fuck.
Super.
Okay, this private. All right.
Question marks? Oh wow, you have upgraded.
So rude.
What did you roll? Oh, 6. Okay, pretty good.
I love this game.
There are too many rolls. Oh no.
You did so good getting in there. It's still going. This is ridiculous.
Look, I had to check. All right. So, Lilith, you do sense that there are, in particular, 2 types of spirits in this house. One is specifically a human ghost. You don't know exactly where it is, and you can tell that it's purposely trying to hide its presence from people that have your abilities, which is odd. But it's here. It's in the house somewhere. You can also tell that there are several ghosts, swarms of small, tiny little creatures. You don't know exactly what, but there are a bunch of those little tiny ghosts scurrying about the place. But they're not on this floor. They seem to be up higher in the house. And wherever the original humanoid ghost is, it's with the scurrying creatures. In fact, you can sense an almost symbiotic relationship between the two.
Spooky. Just as a minor note, can I have a free invoke from my Succeed with Style over there?
Oh, yeah, thanks. Yep, the boost. You're right. Give me a sec. I know what to do.
Well, onward and
above us?
upward.
Okay.
I've already left.
What?
I start
Sorry.
walking towards the scurrying creatures.
I guess we're following you, so we're going up the
Yeah.
spiral staircase that's like tiny.
Oh, it's not a spiral staircase. It's just like a rickety set of wooden stairs that leads up to a higher level.
We're going up.
There we go. It's like, where did that go? Okay, great. We're going up. Do you say anything, Lily, before you head off, or?
I just get my bow and I do my sneaky bow walk.
Okay.
But you're not telling us about the ghosts?
It's a stunt I have is sneaky bow walk.
Cool. I believe you.
So is the answer no?
No, because if I'm being quiet.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So
I'm focused.
you all ascend to the next floor of the house. Give me a sec here. Oh, this is going to be a pain. Okay, hold on a sec. Oh.
Imagine looking at a bunch of like partially rotten bodies and being like, "Oh no, there are even." What would help you recognize? Like, "Oh no, there are dead non-binary people." Here.
That's what yeah.
Oh no, they're wearing their pride flags. Oh no.
Okay. This next one you may have to zoom in on. Yeah, you're gonna have to zoom in on
Ooh.
that. So you ascend to a higher room in the house. First thing you notice is, just like the picture shows, there are spider webs everywhere. Everywhere. The place is caked in cobwebs. It's practically falling apart. This massive house. The room you enter into is like this lower room that has a set of stairs that curve around and up to a higher level, and there's like a balcony above you that you can see.
Hmm.
Try not to touch the webs. We don't know what made it.
I mean, do they look like cobwebs or do they look like?
They look like cobwebs. Like, they don't look
Okay.
supernatural or crazy in any way, but there's just a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And we all know that we have like some soldiers out there that have combined with animals, and I don't like that. So Lawrence is like, be very cautious about touching them.
As you say that, I just grab like a handful and like shove it in my bag.
Lily,
Okay.
what are you doing?
You rip down part of the thing and shove it in your bag.
You never know what could make for a sick potion later. I
Yeah.
smirk.
Just give me 1 sec here.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
What have I done?
All right.
What have
Wait,
you
what's
done?
Now then, just had to check something. Don't worry about me. Okay.
I'm the voice of reason.
So sus.
With that, let's just take can we take like a 5-minute break, gang? I gotta run to the bathroom,
Sounds good.
and I will be right back.
Yeah, my cats are literally killing each other right now. I gotta
Okay.
go.
Oh, cool.
Back in a
Be right
minute,
back,
everyone.
folks.
Hey, everybody, we're back. Thanks for waiting. Okay, so you are all in the lower part of this house. You can see that there's like a set of stairs leading up and around to go to a higher part of it. There are these cobwebs covering everything in here, and there is a balcony above your heads that is like a cut open section that leads to the upper floor. There's not a lot of lights in this house. It's pretty dim and dark, but every now and then you'll see like a faint lamp that's been lit or turned on. You know that there are guards inside the house. You can hear their boots like shuffling and moving about as you're like making your way through this place. So moving through here will be difficult and dangerous. I'm gonna say go ahead and give me stealth rolls for your initial like foray, and we'll see where that gets us. So, yeah, everybody just give me stealth rolls. Cool. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Okay, let's check out the church guard. 2. Okay. So, sounds good. So, you're a little noisy as you go stomping around. But...
I guess... You know what? No, that's fine.
Okay. They haven't noticed you yet. So yeah, I should just expose the mechanics here. So I have a track in the background that has 6 boxes that I'm ticking off, and when that track's full, they'll spot you. But until then, you can. So it's like a thing to like, it's like a little cushion where you can fail rolls, and then it goes into that stress box. But after that's full, then they'll see you. So you're all progressing around the mansion. You are slowly making your way up this to the next floor. And you can hear like these whispers from a couple of guards higher up. And you hear one of them say, "So, this is it, right? This is the last night we have to be doing this?" "I think so. Watson was... I heard Watson mentioning that it would be over after tonight." "Good. I don't like thinking about that thing in the attic." "Yeah, you and me both." "Have you noticed Watson's been talking to something that's not there? Like, it's like he's just like just in a room just talking to himself." "Yeah, it's weird." "Do you think this is worth
Can
it?"
I?
Yep.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, do you think this is worth it? I mean, do you think he'll make good on the deal? He better. Otherwise, he'll face an entire guard squadron. And you hear them like tromp off. So, what are we doing?
I want to focus in and see if the ghosts are on the level that I'm on, or if I have to continue up.
They are not. So you can definitely sense that the humanoid ghost and the swarms that you sensed before, they are far up, like right at probably the toppest, highest part of the house. They've moved since you last detected them. I mean, if you want to reach out through the ether and call to them, you can.
No, but I do want to, like, you said this was dangerous. Are we able to sense or see or hear where people are in relation to where we are currently?
There's a ton of guards walking around here, so basically like I don't know what your thoughts are for like disrupting the ritual. You kind of have to tell me where you want to go, and then the guards are like an obstacle that you have to navigate every time you want to move.
I'm almost tempted to... It's nighttime and it's raining.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to hop out and like climb up the exterior and like skip this whole stairwell bit and see if like we can split up slightly.
You could do that.
Well, I mean, split up as in
Sort of.
Florence will split up.
You can leave me behind.
I mean, you're wearing your pants. Your scaling pants, right?
Right, but Florence will be left behind.
But there are windows along the stairwell.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're well, not along the stairwell, but if you were to get to the next level, which is like the first level of the mansion, you can see that there's outside windows leading out into the yard where you saw before, and yeah, you could open one up and get out, and start climbing up the side of the wall if you wanted to, or you could
I'm
just
gonna
make your way
proceed
up the
forward.
stairwell.
Yeah, I'm gonna proceed forward.
Okay. So
Sounds
where
good.
do you folks want to go? So there's like the lowest part here. You were back down in the tunnels there, and then there's the lower floor, which you're on now. There's the main floor, the first floor, the second floor, the third floor, and then there's the attic. Like, do we want to just move through the floors to see what we can see? How do we want to
That's
go
it,
about
'cause
this?
Florence wants to go to where the ritual is, so she can basically sabotage it.
Right.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
what
want to go
Felicity
where
also
the
wants.
scurrying is.
Okay. Those two things happen to coincide. So let's go ahead and make a stealth roll here against the guards once more, and we'll see if you can make it up to the attic without getting spotted. What do we got?
Cool. I need to use a fate point for this. There's no way I'm going in with a -2.
Yeah, totally.
Don't re-roll, please. I'm begging you.
No, I have to.
No, please don't
I
re-roll.
got
It's
so many negatives.
statistically likely that you won't. Get
No,
lower.
it's a lie.
It's statistically likely you won't get lower.
We saw it earlier with me.
I'm re-rolling. I'm re-rolling.
Oh
Um,
gosh.
Okay, and I'm gonna use gosh, maybe it's really loudly raining out. Can I use that?
Yeah, I put it as an aspect actually for that reason. Loud rain and thunder.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Oh.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Look at that.
Wow.
Wow. Succeeded with not succeeded with style, unfortunately, but still a success. Okay.
I'll take it.
So, one of you met the guards though.
That's me.
Yeah, okay. So, as you're proceeding up, you come across a couple of patrols. So you ascend up to the well, I'm just going to do this. We can move stuff over if we need to. You ascend up to more of the main hallway of the house, and you can see that there are these long hallways that span on for a while. There's these ornate paintings on the walls of like members of the Hermaz family. And you can actually see there's a portrait of Oscar and Andre Hermaz just like sitting. They're both sitting in chairs and like awkwardly facing each other as they were asked to sit for the portrait. Oscar, you've actually never seen, but he has like a short, stout face with like a short, stubbly chin and like a wisp of blonde hair at the top. Andre has a more serious look to him, like a grim. There's like a grimace on his face, and like he also has blonde hair, and then he has the beginnings of a mustache. Whenever the portrait was painted, must have been years ago. Lily, as you're going through here, you're starting to get flashes of memory, and you start to remember the night you came here originally with Ophelia to do the seance. You're just like, you can like vaguely remember these hallways, but you can't quite get a firm grasp of them. There are, of course, more cobwebs spanning this entire place as you make your way up. As you move along, you get to the next stairwell. There's like you come along, you come out of these hallways, and there's like an open entranceway with like a grand stairway leading up to higher in the manse, and you can see that there are 4 guards standing guard in front of that stairwell, preventing access to anybody who would want to proceed further upward.
Smoke
Great time
bomb.
for a smoke bomb.
Okay.
Okay. Great. Yeah, sure. Give me a shoot roll, I think.
Or wait, hold on. Wait, hold on.
What?
Once you use that, like everyone's going to be here at alert.
Yep.
How
No,
else do you
not-
want to get up?
Not necessarily. I
Absolutely.
mean,
Come on, Lilith.
No, it.
what do you suggest?
Other than
there's
have
another
them
way up.
start yelling and and like alerting everyone in the building, it'd be better to, I don't know, maybe just knock those two out, or
I want to peer out the window.
It's a rainy courtyard beyond. Just rain and thunder pouring beyond. You can see like the grass of the lawn and the wrought iron gate.
We could climb.
see, that's better. At least that way they don't. We just can't alert the whole house.
I want to look up and see if there's a spot that I could grapple onto with my rope.
You mean outside?
Yes.
When you were coming up to the manse, you knew that there was like there was definitely some like awnings or like pieces of the architecture that you could hook your rope onto. Some accoutrement, or no, what's the word I'm looking for? Additions to the architecture that you could hook onto, for sure. Like there's like
Are we
filigrees
on
that
the-
curl off the edge.
Are we on the second floor or the third floor right now?
You're on the first floor.
Oh my god, we've made zero progress. Okay, great. We're on the first floor still? What about all the stairs we just
We
went
were
up?
under, and then we went to the ground floor. Now we're on the first.
Oh, are we being European about what first means?
No, like we were underground.
But what's ground level? If not
The
ground
floor
level's
the
first.
floor you're on right now. So the basement is what you were in before.
Okay. Okay. Well, just so you guys know, in Europe, first floor is actually what we call second floor. So.
Okay. But yeah,
Okay.
you could. There's stuff to hook your rope onto outside. It's just there's also guards out there, so you'd have
But
to
it's so dark and rainy, they're not gonna notice.
maybe yeah.
What about?
What do you think,
poison
team?
Darts. Can we knock them out?
But if there's four of them standing with each other, correct?
Well, they're like a couple, like maybe a foot apart, watching the front of the stairwell. They're just kind of looking around nervously.
What if we created a distraction? Again, it would alert.
That
the house.
wouldn't put the house at
Um,
full
Yeah.
alert.
While you're thinking about that, there's actually a knock on the front door of the manse.
Oh god.
It's a loud knock. It echoes through the entranceway, and the four guards like look at each other. And then one of them goes, "You get it," and he like walks forward, and slowly like unlocks like two locks that are on the front of the mansion door, and like creaks it open slightly, just. And he peers out, and then he like stumbles back and like falls on his backside and like scrabbles backwards suddenly. And then stepping through the front doorway of the manse, you all see Ophelia stride in.
Oh my god.
She looks around.
I-
What a dreary place. I hate it here. Yeah.
Is there any way I can like verify with my vast knowledge and memory and power if this is like the real her now that I'm like so close to her?
You could, yeah, you could make an empathy roll, but you think that it's probably pretty likely it's not the real her. But go ahead and make an empathy roll. We'll call it difficulty. This should be hard. We'll call it difficulty 6. No, you have no idea.
Okay. I'm just gonna leave that.
She strides in slightly. The guards look very disturbed. They like back up a bit. Then one says, High Priest Ophelia, we didn't, Watson didn't tell us. So he is here. And then there's like a crash of thunder, and the guards like look at each other. And she says, Good. Take me to him now. And the guards like slowly like move up towards the stairs, and Ophelia like follows them up the steps. Her feet
and we
like
follow them.
make creaking noises on the stairs. You want to follow right behind, or
I mean, we're like,
Like-
human-sized bodies. Like we can't just.
We are
follow
human-sized bodies,
We
but
are
you're walking up the
human-sized
stairs,
bodies.
and that is the sound we should use to our advantage.
What? Wait, what are we using?
the fact that they're walking up these loud ass stairs, we should follow them. Not like right behind, obviously, but we should trail them up.
Okay. If you're doing that, give you some stealth rolls.
Oh, this feels this. Oh god.
Do you want to do something else?
Excuse me.
I liked the climbing outside on the windows idea, or outside the windows.
But we'll be seen.
I
Likely.
don't think we will. It's so nighttime and raining.
It's so
How would
nighttime
they?
and rainy.
How would they even see us? But I'm distracted with Ophelia's presence.
I think we should stay inside the building. But if you want to split up, we can do that too.
What are we
Okay,
doing, gang?
wait, when okay, so they're walking up a hallway and then up the stairs. What happens to the four? Like 2 guards are guiding her up and 2 are staying behind?
No, they actually all go with her. They're too freaked out to
They
remember to
all
stay at their
go with
post.
her.
It's very obvious they were not expecting her to be here. And the fact that she is here is disturbing them greatly.
Okay, then I'm gonna follow behind, but that's only assuming that there's like furniture and crap that I can sneak around.
The hallways themselves are not really good for blind spots, so you'd have to like wait around a corner until they turned the next corner and then follow quickly behind. You could do it, it's just not going to be easy. But if that's what you folks are doing, let me know.
Let's do it.
All right, fine.
Okay, stealth rolls once more.
Way to go.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Nice job, Lily. All right. We're
At
use
least
another fate
one of us
point.
is focused.
I'm gonna tag for. Let's see. I'm at -1. That's so embarrassing.
So I rolled a 1 for my roll.
So I could match it, but and still be noticed probably. I mean,
It's a success with a complication.
complication. I think I could go for a complication. So let's do. Let's see. What do I got? There's
We love complications.
the delivery entrance doesn't matter anymore. We have the thin veil. Things are practically falling apart. We could do that. Like maybe they think any noise they hear is something just crashing.
Yeah,
I like
sure.
some of that.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do that and do a +2.
Okay.
I'm also going to do a +2 using armor custom made for stealth.
Ah, yeah. Yep, makes sense. Okay, so Felicity succeeds, Lily succeeds, and Florence matches. Okay. So, you're climbing up the stairs. There's like a creak and such as Ophelia falls behind these guards, and then there's a moment where you all get to like the crook of the next hallway, and you're like craning your heads around watching them walk down, and Ophelia turns around, and like just in time you all like pull your heads back, and she like looks. We see her like looking out over the hallway, narrowing her eyes a bit, and then turning around and continuing to walk forward. Trying to think if I want to do this right now. I think I'm better served by doing this. So, Florence, underneath your boots, and the two of you see this as well, suddenly there is a whole swarm, and Lily, you didn't sense them until just now. Now you're like, oh, whoa. There's a whole swarm of these ghostly green rats that just go running past your legs. They scurry along, just, and they run past you all and hurry towards Ophelia and the group of guards. So quickly that they didn't seem to notice you.
Okay.
That's definitely one of the presences you sensed, Lily. But it runs over and like joins up with Ophelia's group, and you see the rat ghost like climbing up to the higher sides of the walls of the hallway, and like running along the ceiling above Ophelia's head. You don't know if she notices them or not.
Now that I have context of their location, I'm wanting to try and like pinpoint the location of the other entity. Am I able to
It's still
sense if
it's still above
forward or
you
back?
in the attic.
It is, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So you all like proceed onward, slowly creeping behind this group of guards and Ophelia, and you get to the second floor of the house, which is much more devoid of guards. As you've been going up, there's less and less, and Ophelia is still with this group of 4, and eventually they come to a point in the second floor where there's a third set of stairs that leads up to what you know to be like the upper attics of the house, where like there's like these high sloped roofs, and there's these windows out there, and you know you could head up to those stairs to go to like probably observatories or other similar things that the Urmazes would have used to look out over the city of Chandla. Um, Ophelia begins climbing these stairs, and as she does so, the guards like look at each other. Um, the guards look at each other, and there's a moment where you can tell that they're thinking about jumping her. Like you see their hands go to their clubs, and like they're considering it, and like you can tell some of them have daggers in their boots, and they like reflexively like lean down towards it, and you're like, oh, they're gonna jump her, and then they think better of it, and they continue upward up the steps. But they're definitely worried about her being here. After that group leaves, you're mostly deserted on this floor. It's just you now on this second story. Most of the guards are down on the lower levels. So you kind of have like a moment to breathe and like catch your breath. Can you all give me notice rolls?
Notice.
Killing it. Wow.
Your
Jeez.
herd is so mediocre.
Well,
Okay.
I'm fair.
Because you're better than us.
Wow.
Okay. So yeah, you'll have a moment to breathe. You could head up to the third floor if you want to.
Darn.
Wow. Okay. Lilith, do you think you could try to control the ghost rats? Do you want to try before we go up?
To serve what purpose?
To make them yours and not some other entities.
Have I done that before? Sorry.
Controlling a ghost?
Yeah, you could try to wrest control away.
When did I do that? Oh, was that when they were like, I brought them down and wait, when did I do? I've controlled ghosts?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like several times.
What? It was so long ago. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Just know that you can do it if you want to.
I'm gonna reach out, just to like get a feel for the situation on a deeper level.
So there's a couple of ghost rats that are attached from whatever source they came from. There are multitudes of them around the upper parts of the manse. You can kind of tell now that they're starting to congregate, especially around that humanoid source that you sensed earlier. There are a couple of like contingents of them that you could like, you think you could try to grasp and like peel away. There is a chance you would be noticed by whoever was currently controlling them if you did that.
Yeah, I'll keep it in mind, but I don't think it's safe right now. Let's just keep going.
Lilith, when we are approaching a battle like we are now, if you have an opportunity to disarm your opponent, you must take it.
What are the rats doing? I mean, they're already dead.
You know.
All I know is that they're tethered, and I'm not trying to blow our cover before it's the right time. How about we go outside and have a look through the window? Wait, no, let's go up to the third floor. I want to get to the attic.
Okay. All right. Oh, are you sure you don't want to try? I just think it'd be like
It's just we're one floor away and they're not directly are they directly above us or are they in
Yes.
the attic? Yes. They're directly above us?
The ones you would take control of, yeah.
Can we hear any like creaking? I assume we would be able to feel if there were like a group of guards like up top there, like creaking on the floorboards. Is there any of that kind of motion happening right now?
The whole house creaks. The advantage that you've been taking to sneak in here is also applied to the guards the same way. You don't have any information about what's on the next floor.
I'm thinking about, okay, so Lilith, you know that you can use a ghost to, like a battery, like energy to amplify something else. If that is used against us, if all of those rats are used to make something stronger, this is a way of disrupting this ritual. Just like you did with Anna.
Okay, fine. Have it your way. I
That's
reach
not
out.
a good idea.
Exciting.
I reach out to see if I can't pull them closer to me.
Okay. Give me an empathy roll. Oh. No, game. Don't just roll the number 4. All right. Here we go. Okay, well, fine. That's okay. Can you beat my 4?
I can with a fate point. Wait, do I have any free? Hold on, let me look. I'm sorry, what was an eye for trouble again?
Means you're hyper alert. You're keeping an eye out for Ophelia or anybody else who might be lurking around corners.
I think because I feel safe in my environment, like we have cleared the floor, that means that I can put all of my energy into pulling these rats towards us. So can I tag it for that?
Nope. That's not what an eye for trouble would do, right? Because you'd be on the lookout for trouble. Like being on the lookout for trouble doesn't really make it more likely that you'll be able to control these ghosts.
I'm just being
You
stingy.
use a thin veil.
Oh,
That would work.
It's not
yeah,
free.
no, that's a great idea. That's a great
Yeah.
idea.
Okay.
I'll just spend a fate point. That's fine.
Okay. +2. Go for it. So with that, you like grab a couple of these rat swarms, these like ghostly rat swarms, and peel them away from whatever was controlling them and bring them down. You see, Felicity and Florence, you see 2 of these swarms of rats come like wandering down the stairs, kind of in a daze, almost like they were like just woken up from a deep slumber, and they like curl around Lily in like a circular fashion. They are at your command. They like scratch themselves, stand up on their hind legs, sniff the air.
Well, you wanted a
Is there-
familiar.
Is there any? I mean, I'm just gonna like throw out an idea. This is like I'm just inventing lore at this point, but is there any way that I can like see through the rat?
No.
And then go. Okay.
Nope.
Didn't hurt to ask.
If they're alive and you made a bound with them, maybe, but not in their current form. That being said, they could alert you, to things, but you can't see through their eyes. Okay, you folks want to head up?
You want to send the rats up? Maybe they could,
Yeah.
like, ahead of
I'll-
us.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the rats. I want them to act and behave as they would be expected to behave.
Okay. They put on a show. Sure thing.
Let's go up.
Okay.
Let's go up.
You make your way up higher into the house. Eventually, you get to a point where the third floor has a big long oval hallway that has like several doors leading off to it that lead to different rooms that look out of the manse's roof. And then there is a final set of stairs that leads up to a higher attic portion of the manse that you can all see ascending upward. And as you get close to it, you can all feel like that thinning of the veil that you felt from outside. It's getting much stronger. You feel the hair stand up on the back of your necks. You taste like metal in your mouths. The rats, the ghost rats themselves begin to get more like real. Like they get less ghostly and appear to be more like realized and fully in focus. And the stairs to the attic lead up to a darkened room from which you can see a single light of a candle. But you can hear voices coming from upstairs. You hear a voice that says, "Watson, I'm surprised. I would have figured you would have this all wrapped up by now. Is the ritual not yet complete?" And there's a few minutes of like notes shuffling and like a clank of faint metal armor. And you then hear Watson say, "Ophelia, no, still working on it, I'm afraid. But we're getting very close. We've managed to figure out how to separate spirits entirely from hosts without killing them. The only thing we need now is enough power to appease the entity so it will do what we want." "I see. And then, once that happens, we can bring Lily here?" Yes. Good. Very good. Can I ask why you've come?" "I thought I should stop by for a little status report, and I was in the area, so I figured I would." "I see. Well, everything's great here. We're about to start the next test if you'd like to watch." "Of course." And then there's a creaking of a door, and you hear feet tromping into a room. And then suddenly, as you're on the third floor, you see those 4 guards that were of Ophelia coming down the steps towards you. What do you do?
I think there's a window. I just think there's a window.
Oh,
I mean,
a
there's
window
definitely,
walk
there's
in.
several windows, yes.
We should go out them then.
Like,
I
go out
mean-
and, like, hang off the side, or, like...
Yeah.
Oh boy. This is how Florence dies.
I mean, you don't have to. You could find a different hiding spot, but I think. I mean, there's 4 guards coming down.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 3 of us.
I mean, I just feel like Lilith and I have been jonesing for this window. That's all I'm saying.
I think you're right.
Alright.
I think
I
we have
run
find
to the window, and I just like. You know what? I'm gonna grab. I already have my rope. Like I've been itching. I grab the rope and I like grapple it on a hook above me so I can like hop out the window. If anyone wants to try and join me on the rope, that would be up to you guys. But that's what I do.
Okay. Felicity and Florence joining on the rope or trying to get your own ledge?
I want my own ledge.
Okay.
Gosh, this is not something that Florence is gonna be great at. Maybe Florence is gonna hide underneath the stairwell. Is that possible?
Yeah, sure thing. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So Florence, give me a stealth roll, and then Felicity and Lily, you can give me athletics rolls.
I feel like I need to boost this up. We'll
You
find
might.
out.
You might need to boost that. You're gonna need to boost that.
Mhm. Okay.
Dang,
well, good thing
Felicity's
how much this-
fast.
oh, nice. Yeah.
She's
good thing
so
I
fast.
have more of this. Yeah, I'm too old to go out a window, so I'm gonna hide.
'Kay.
And give myself a +2.
Okay. Yeah, definitely too old for this. You tuck yourself under the stairwells. The guards tromp down. Felicity and Lily, you just barely make it out the window. Lily hanging off the rope. Felicity hanging off of a ledge as the guards walk past, heading down to the next floor. You can hear them talking to each other. And you hear like one of them say, "Man, she seemed mad. I really hope Watson can handle her." They like nod to each other as they head down. Felicity, you're hanging outside on this like ledge as you watch the guards go away. And there's like a flash of thunder. Rain is pouring down. You're getting soaked in a matter of moments. And you suddenly feel the touch of a hand on your arm. And you look down and you see this gnarled hand that looks like it's worked for years out in the fields with dirt under its fingernails as it grabs onto your arm. You look to your left and you see a figure of a ugly looking man with a straw hat on, hanging off the side of the building right next to you. He's staring at you. He has yellow watery eyes looking right at you. And then he puts a finger up to his lips and he goes,
and eyes wide, internally flipping the fuck out a little bit, Felicity nods.
Lily, give me a notice roll.
Oh my god.
What do you want to do? Want to leave it as it is?
I mean, I'm really focused on what's going on upstairs. I'm not really looking.
Okay. So the man leans into your ear, Felicity, and he says, "There'll be a moment when the spider starts to feast. That's when you need to push her in the way, into the circle. Then I can sever the tether between the two of you."
Eyes still wide, Felicity nods.
Good. He gives a grim-looking smile, and you see, like, yellowed teeth. Good. And he pats you on the back, and he says, "Struggle on." And then he's gone. With a flash of thunder, he just disappears along the side of the roof.
Spooky.
The guards have passed. You all emerge from your hiding spots, and the only thing standing between you, Ophelia, Watson, whatever stands at the top of the attic, is a set of stairs.
Oh, wait, I climbed my rope.
Yeah. Yeah, you're back in the third floor now.
But I threw a rope up. I was hoping I could just sneak up it really quick for a peek. Is there anything I
Oh, I see. There aren't any windows in the attic, so there's no way to see into it from outside. Like,
Then I am back in the house. That's
Okay.
Okay. Wow.
That was a close one.
Uh-huh.
Shall we
Felicity,
go
you
up?
okay?
Just kind of shaken by this business and all that.
Felicity, I just want to say I'm really proud of you, and I'm glad I know you. Just kidding. I'm sorry.
No, that's great.
That's great, Lilith.
You really put up with so much, and I am sorry.
This feels weird and unnatural. Don't patronize me. Let's keep going.
Okay, we're keep going.
You proceed up the stairs to the attic. Slowly, carefully, so the creaking doesn't alert anybody higher up. And you come up to a single door that lies open, that looks onto this circular attic room, inside of which you can find a curious, large red circle drawn in the center of this upper room. There's a ton of cobwebs in here, so many. And there's a number of old pieces of furniture, cabinets, other things like that that haven't been touched or looked over in years. This red circle that's been etched into the ground, carved into the wood itself, stands there at the top of the attic. And with their backs to you, you both see Watson and Ophelia just looking into the circle. Over to the left of the circle, you see 6 bodies, which Watson is dragging over into the circle itself. 6 every time seems a bit extensive, Watson. Are you sure that's absolutely necessary? And Watson says, according to what I've read, Lady Ophelia, that is exactly what's needed. I see. All right, well, carry on then. He proceeds forward, and he says, I've called the entity a number of times, but this is the first time I think I've figured out the right way to talk to it. And he thumbs through this book he has in front of him. I'm glad that you're here. Maybe you can give me some pointers if needed. Yes, she says. You all creep up the attic stairs, and you make your way up into the attic. You're tucked behind an old armoire, watching this happen. There are a number of candles lit around the circular red, around the red ring it's painted at the top of the attic. And Watson is obviously preparing to begin enacting the ritual. What would you like to do?
Well, Stephanie wants to see what happens to the ritual, but Florence wants to disturb the ritual. So, I feel like we need to. Can we like do a notice to see if there's any, if we can see if there's anything else in this room?
Yeah, I want to figure out what the ghost. I want to call out to that ghost.
Okay.
They have to be so close, right?
Yeah. Actually, yes. Now that you're in the room, you notice they are right to the left of Watson, on the other side of him from Ophelia. It's whatever it is, it's floating there, invisible. You can sense a number of other rat swarms, not controlled by you, attached to it.
I am gonna move forward with that, but did you want to notice anything before I start that?
You can make a notice roll if you want, Florence.
Yeah. Is there? I feel like. What am I missing? Here we go. I'm so bad at noticing things, but you know what? We're doing our best.
We'll try, dang it. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary immediately jumps out at you. But there is a slight slick substance that you feel as you like pull your hand away from the side of the armoire. A sticky goo that comes away that like leaves strings between your fingers. You've spelled this goo before.
Ugh. I'm just like viscerally imagining this on my fingers, and I'm like, ew. I just shook out my hand.
whatever was in the library at Chandlin University, it's here now too.
Wow. Okay. And Lawrence like looks at the ceiling. All I'm seeing is cobwebs, probably, right?
There's tons of cobwebs as you look up at the ceiling. You're like studying it closely. And then there it is. Up above the circle. Now that you're looking for it, you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Dressed in a black shirt, devoid of his hat, and clinging impossibly to the ceiling of the attic. You see the strange figure that you saw in the library, dangling above. Looking down, his head craned towards the ritual circle in the center. He's watching Watson and Ophelia with an intense, of strong intensity.
I grab Lilith's wrists and I just like am staring up because I want her to notice. And I kind of like mime with my hand opening a book so she'll like understand because we're not speaking here. And Heck, I don't know what to do, gang.
Watson begins to speak phrases that Florence you recognize as magical rites, dealing with not only lacuna, there's a couple of thanatology phrases in there as well. He's calling something from the afterlife. It's a rite of routes, but it's modified to only call one thing back, whatever it is.
Can I reach out to the entity? I would like to telepathically ask or like try and get its attention.
Sure.
Sure.
You mean
I'll
like
reach
the
out.
thing standing to the left of Watson?
Yes.
Okay. Felicity, what are you doing? Staying hidden?
I'm staying hidden and close to Lilith.
Okay. Okay. So you reach out to this thing, Lilith, and you feel this like ping in your mind. And the figure you watch and your ghostly vision you see as it like turns around, turns back. And you hear in your mind, you hear this voice that rocks your senses because you've heard it before. You heard it the night you died. It says, "Who's there? Who's that? What are you doing in my house?" The ghostly visage of Andre Hermaz comes into full view, looking back at you.
It's me,
Who's me?
Lily. Lilith Mortimer.
The figure leans down next to Watson's ear as he's incanting the ritual, as if to whisper something into his ear, and then pauses.
Oh, fuck.
Seeing that Watson's in the middle of or inside of the incantation, it doesn't want to interrupt him. He's worried about throwing him off his focus, but you know in that moment that the thing is working with Watson, and you've just given away your position.
Oh my fucking god.
It looks around trying to figure out what it should do. What are you doing?
Smoke bomb. Punch Watson. Punch him.
Hold on.
through a poison
Hold on.
dart.
I need a minute.
End the session.
I think let's get him. Let's just get in there.
I am like basically like gibberish telepathically screaming. Like I am trying to like rattle Andre's brain.
Okay.
I am doing like mental somersaults because I'm panicked. I don't know what else to do in this moment, but like I am trying, I realize I'm trying to stall, and I think I'm going to I'm gonna signal to Florence that like something's very wrong. So I'm gonna do a weird leg tap tap tap.
Okay, but
Something
is
really
it one of your
weird.
main motives to kill Ophelia?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So first things first, let's deal with this Andre situation. Go ahead and roll me provoke, Lily.
Was I wrong to think we were like friends? Did I remember that wrong? I thought we were friends.
The Hermazes were the last. You went and did a séance at the Hermazes, and then the night after that, like as you were leaving, you were killed in a back alley near the Hermaz manse.
But I never actively knew.
I mean, you knew them,
I didn't
like
know who did it.
yeah, but you don't know who killed you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you roll provoke. Yeah, I got a 4. Wow, I rolled well. I got a 4 on my will.
Oh man. Oh man.
I vote you get your crossbow out and you attack Watson.
Why not Ophelia?
Well, let's resolve this first. Are you spending fate points or does that fail?
I am going to fail.
Okay. In that case, Andre will zoom forward, just disappears from Watson's side, and he starts heading right towards your group. And as he does, you see him throw back this ghostly green cloak he has on him, and there are pods of rats hanging off of every part of his body, and they begin to detach and scurry down from his legs as he floats towards you, and they head right for your group. You can all see these ghostly rats going for you. Ophelia looks back. Watson is completely focused on the incantation, however. What now, gang? They're coming right for you.
I'm thinking I throw the smoke bomb as they're approaching.
Okay. Could do that. What are Felicity and Florence doing?
Gosh, I think Florence is gonna go straight up and try and attack Watson. Just tackle him.
Okay. Sounds good. Felicity?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to be very clear. Once the spider begins to feast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I guess Felicity is going to stay with Lilith.
Okay. You stay right next to her. Okay. So, Florence, you run out. Ophelia turns around in shock, seeing you there. So it's like ghost rats run down the hall, and she sees those, and she's like, what the heck? And then you come out from around the armoire, which is the last thing Ophelia ever expected. Watson is continued to be focused on the incantation. Go ahead and roll physique to oppose him.
Okay. Here we go.
Wow, you rolled well. I have nothing in this. I'm going to give you... you still beat him. All right, great. Okay, so you run forward. Watson's continuing the lines, and then he's just about to get to the last syllable, and you slam hard into his back and take him to the ground, and you land with him inside the circle, inside the pile of bodies. Just thump into the floor. Ophelia turns around, looks back at the lot of you, and she says, "What? Florence? What are you all doing here? What's going on?" And then, Lily, you throw the smoke bomb. Give me a shoot roll. Oops. Hold it twice. Take the first one there. Okay. Let's make some rolls here. Oh, man. I don't think anybody's going to beat that, actually. That was a pretty good roll. Certainly not them. Let's see if Andre gets lucky.
Oh, what if we got beat by the rats? That would have been amazing.
Yeah, I don't think there's little chance of that. So yeah, you just throw this bomb out and it just explodes and goes over everything. Everybody's coughing and choking and wheezing. And there's a moment where there's this moment of confusion where the lot of you could do one thing, each of you could do one thing before the enemies have a chance to react. You could run, you could try to attack them, you could try to grab Watson's book, you could try to disrupt the ritual in some other way. However you want to do it.
Okay, perhaps
I know what
perhaps
I'm
I
doing.
missed something. Is there a spider?
Not that you can see.
Fuck.
He was summoning the spider. At least that's what Florence thinks. Okay.
I guess Felicity is just really freaking confused staying near Lilith.
Great. I think I need to try and kill Watson here.
Okay. Sure thing. Go ahead and roll fight.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. Might have a chance. God damn it. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh. All right.
God.
I'm going to spend one of my fate points. I'm I'm gonna spend a fate point for being exceptionally fastidious, which is one of Watson's aspects. So when the smoke goes off, he immediately takes status of himself. Like, you're on top of him. He first thing he does is he figures out what the book is. Then he figures out where you are, and then he's like, okay. And then that gives him enough attention, like his focus gives him enough time to see the attack coming. So I'm gonna click that up to what would it be 2. So I'm tying you right now, which means that you succeed, but with a minor complication.
Oh no, I'm using a fate point.
Okay.
I am gonna use. Let's see. I should. Wow, y'all. At the beginning of this, I was so prepared. I was like, I'm gonna get you guys so well boosted, and I did not think of a single thing for me.
Oh no.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I'm just like so organized. Cool. I am gonna use. Gosh, I think
Don't you have a sword?
that with what great power comes great torment, and I keep thinking, I'm like, I don't love killing, but I know that this is going to work in our favor, in that this guy is too powerful and he's got to go.
Okay.
Does that satisfy you?
Great power comes great torment.
Like, I don't love actually murdering people,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like definitely weighs on my psyche every time I have to do it, but it's something that we have to do to win.
Okay. +2 or a reroll.
I'm gonna go +2.
I don't know. What are we thinking? Do we think that works? I'm like right on the edge for it. I get that it steals Florence's resolve, but
Yeah, sure.
okay. All right. +2 kicks it up to 4, right? Okay. So you bring your sword out, Florence. Like, how do you do this? How are you trying to kill him?
I've got Killer Heart out, and I'm like gonna
Wait.
stab him through the throat.
Wait, it's not Killer Heart, is it?
It would be,
That's
yeah.
what's written down. Yeah.
Isn't it like Killer Heart or Killer Est Heart?
I thought it was
Oh,
Kill Heart initially, and then it became Killer Heart afterwards.
Wasn't
And then
that-
I think it went through a 3rd revamp.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right, yeah.
But anyway, we all know what the
Whatever it
sword
was.
is. All right. Yeah. So you reach out, you like stab into him, and you go for his throat, but the sword like barely slides off of his like his neck plate that he's wearing, because he's wearing this heavy armor, and it nicks into his neck instead of fully killing him. And he like clutches at his neck. He goes, ah. What are Felicity and Lily doing in this moment?
I'm shooting Ophelia with my poison dart.
Okay, go ahead and roll shoot for that. Well, we're at there. Okay, there we go.
Holy shit.
Okay,
Can I bump it up or no?
yeah, you can if you want. It'll do more damage.
Yeah, I absolutely would like. This is my. I mean, this is. Oh wait, she's probably not even real. God damn it. I'll just leave it as that. I'm fine with. Well, unless. Are
Okay,
you gonna use any fate points?
I'm not planning to. No.
I
So-
will take it.
There's a clunk as the bolt flies through the air, and you hear this cry coming out of Ophelia's mouth as it finds purchase in her leg, and you see her just barely like stumble out of the smoke and stumble behind a crate over to the left. Felicity, while this is happening, like everybody's confused. There's a moment of confusion, and then Florence, you're like trying to stab into Watson, and you hear this like thump of something landing on the ground in between you and Watson, and then you look up and you see the man that you saw in the library, the clerk, right there, and he quickly like reaches down and grabs the book out of Watson's hand, just like yanks it out of his hand and chucks it across the room to Felicity, and he points at you, Felicity. He says, "Last syllable," and then he jumps into the smoke. Florence, Florence, you turn and see Felicity standing there with the book in her hand.
And you see me opening to like whatever page I think it was at.
It was marked.
And
yeah.
Oh, and I look down and I speak the last syllable.
It's an endless deluge of words you can't quite understand, and so you just guess that it's the last part of the page. Go ahead and give me a lore roll. Gonna be difficulty 3.
Oh, I'm really bad at those. Oh no. Well, actually, I could be better at those.
Almost.
Okay. I mean, I just want to be normal.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
+2.
Okay. You look down, you try your best to form your mouth around the words that are in that book and speak a word in an unknown language. You just sound it out phonetically. And Florence, you watch as the red circle around you begins to bubble and shake as the ritual becomes complete. Watson yells out and says, "No, no, 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 we have to get out of the circle. Let me out. Let me out." The smoke begins to clear, and he is like shoving at you, Florence. So give me a physique roll here.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Disaster. Physique. Here we go.
Ooh. Okay, you have succeeded with style. So, here's what I'm going to say. You can choose. You can drag Watson out of the circle with you. You can like grab and roll him out of the circle, or you can escape yourself and leave him behind.
I mean, I did just try to kill him, so I could leave him in the circle.
Okay.
Leave him in the circle. Is that, what do we... Oh my gosh, that's insane.
I would literally kick him and run.
I'm gonna push him in the circle and get myself out.
Okay. So you like, he's like struggling and you like just clock him across the jaw and he gets stunned for a second and you roll yourself out of the circle. Like your old bones getting bruised as you roll out, you like hit the hardwood floor and you gasp and look up just in time. The smoke clears. Lily, you turn back to see Felicity standing there with the book. And then Watson starts to stand up in the circle. And just as he's about to exit the circle, there's a horrible tearing noise, like the sounds of like wet paper being torn in half. And then there is a moment where Watson like freezes. He goes, "Ah!" He stops. And then his eyes roll up all the way into the back of his head and he starts to shake violently. And then slowly but surely he lifts up high into the air as if something is carrying him upward. Ophelia turns to look, an arrow sticking out of her leg. She pulls it out, throws the bolt to the side, and like grabs on to the wound on her leg. She like blinks her eyes and looks at you, Lily, seeing you across this attic space. And she says, "Poison? I taught you well. I'm so proud of you. You've been so brave." Watson levitates higher and higher up into the sky, his body violently shaking. And then in one single moment, Lily, you look back and everybody can see this. Unceremoniously, Watson's spirit itself is ripped free of his body, just torn right out. The body falls with a slam onto the ground, completely withered and desiccated. The skin looks as if it has all the water drained out of it. He lands in a dusty heap just in the middle of the circle. And then materializing here in the attic room in front of you all is a horrific abomination, the likes of which none of you have ever seen. It comes into view, a grayish thing with long ghost-like tentacles and 3 black orbular eyes. As it emerges outside, clouds of ash crowd around it as it materializes onto our plane. Well, I'm trying to get this freaking thing to work how I want it to.
Oh my god.
As it comes into full view, it still hoists Watson's spirit high, and you all see the ghost like struggling and writhing about in the grasp of this like ghostly ashen tentacle where it has it. Felicity, you look up at this thing and there's a flash in your mind. It looks so similar for some reason to you as the same thing that Lily showed you back in the mausoleum. when she terrified you. The exact same thing. It brings the ghost of Watson down towards the lower part of its mouth, or what you think of its mouth, and then it pulls Watson into the ashen form of its body, and in a moment, Watson's ghost just completely disappears. And then it turns on all of you. The man lands down on the other side of the room just with a thump, and he looks at you, Felicity, and looks at Lily, and nods his head once, and we'll pick it up there next week.
Oh my gosh. That was so good.
Oh my god.
Nice rolling, team.
Yeah, good work, everybody.
Yeah.
Sorry we kind of got into a bit of a railroad there, but I hope it was still enjoyable.
It was great.
Spooky,
This was fun.
spooky, scary.
Very.
Dead.
Wow.
Dead.
Wow, and I guess Felicity's just 100% going to definitely push.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's still a chance. You could have a change of heart.
There's no way.
It could
I love
happen.
I'm
Would you?
sorry about the cat.
I'm sorry about the cat. I don't know. That's a curious question to ask. I mean, because if you don't, you're going to have to deal with this thing, because now it's out, whatever it is. Okay. Great.
Okay.
All right. Thanks so much for coming today, everybody. Hope everybody had a fun time watching us. Appreciate it. Do my players have anything they want to shout out before we end this up?
We have the best GM. I'm just saying. A plus James.
Aw.
Yeah. Let's shout you out.
Thanks, you guys.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Yeah, thanks, Egg Roll. Thanks for coming by and watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you all. I think in 2 weeks is when we're meeting next, but I will post. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.